I always say to them, I love you dudes, man. I love them cats. And they say, Dad, we love you back.
I'm Dottie Peoples, and you're watching Branching Out.
Hi everyone, I'm Gloria Gilman from Bass Wives LA, and you just caught me on Branching Out.
Hi, we're the Braxtons, and you're watching Branching Out.
You are watching Branching Out.
Wow, you look beautiful.
Thank you. All right, hey, it's Blair Underwood watching Branching Out.
But I'm Bobby Jones, and I'm branching out for real.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Branching Out.
And I'm just excited to be back to celebrate the 20th anniversary.
My sons are Jagged Edge, them damn twins, Brandon and Brian Casey. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do this.
I know, that's right.
Still the #1 wedding song, Let's Get Married. Still the #1 wedding song.
So let's talk about the twins.
Okay.
Okay, how did they start out singing?
Well, there's been music around my house ever since my wife and I got together. She's a professional singer, so there was always music playing on the stereo, on the radio, and they started singing in church, which is where most black musicians start, is in church. And from one thing led to another, in the basement, going out for auditions in high school. And I thought they could sing, and I wanted them to pursue what made them happy, not what made me happy, not what made their mother happy. She wanted them to finish college. Well, that was my desire also, but it wasn't theirs, not at that time. So they left college and started pursuing a professional career singing. And they've done fairly well for the last 20 years.
So where are they now?
They're on their way to California. They've been on a tour with 112. They've been doing this Temptation and Four Tops thing that they had going way back when. So they do this thing together, and it's a beautiful show. You need to see it. Well, I'm here for a conference for my college, West Virginia State University. National Conference is here in Atlanta. I graduated way back when. I live in Stone Mountain, and I've seen some old friends and new friends that I've met since I've been here downtown. So it's been a good weekend. So far, so good. And now I met you, and I met you, and I met you. And then we're going to Hollywood from here, right?
You also talked about being a scouter for football. Let's talk about that.
I was a agent looking for professional football players who have just graduated from college. And one of the first persons I went to try and sign was Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley. And I went to his house, and I met his mother, and she said, well, Jerry's not here. I met his brother. He said, well, no, Jerry's not here. What I found out was Jerry had already signed with somebody, and they had him hidden away so no one else could talk to him. And so I couldn't ever get a chance to talk to him, but I talked to Mama, though. And she said, no, Jerry's not around. But I saw Jerry play in college, and I knew he was just, I couldn't believe what an athlete he was. You know why? He trained, he worked hard, he believed in himself, and that's really what it's all about, believing in yourself. And my kids, I got them to understand, if you do something you like, you never have to go to work a day in your life. Because it's fun, it's enjoyment, and that's what I tell them all the time. You're not working, you're doing what you want to do. I'm working. I go to work when I was coming. Breaking In is a story of my first 18 years of living in a little old small coal mining town in southern West Virginia called Stokesbury, West Virginia. My dad was a coal miner for 30 years. I have 11 brothers and sisters, and we all lived in that one house. And black folks went to black things, and white folks went to white things. White folks went to white schools, black folks went to black schools. There was no intermingling of the races. You knew where you stood, they knew where they stood. And one day, when I turned 14, I said to my mom, I'm going out to this white school, I'm going to try out for the football team. My mom said to me, boy, you must be crazy. They don't let black kids go to school, you know that. I said, well, why not? Why can't I go? She said, who you think you are? So I She didn't pay me any attention. The next morning, I asked my friend who lived 2 doors down, I said, Ronald, come and go with me. I'm going to go out to Mark Twain High School and go out for the football team. Ronald said to me, you must be crazy. You can't get into school out there. You know that. I said, well, let's go out and see. He says, okay. And if it hadn't been for Ronald, I probably would have never gone. The school is about 100 yards from my house. The black school is about 8 miles from my house. You pass the white school to get to the black school. So Ronald and I go out to the school and walk in the gate, and there's cheerleaders and band members practicing. So I walk up to this white girl, and I said, could you tell me what they're giving out uniforms? She looked at me like, and I know the expression, nigga, you must be crazy. Colored people don't go to school here, but she pointed to where they were passing out the uniforms. So I went to the back, this white guy and the football coach in the back. So I said to this white guy who hadn't looked up to see me yet, I said, could we have 2 uniforms? We want to go out for the football team. He looked up at me and he yelled back to the coach. He said, Coach, there's 2 nigger boys out here. They wanted uniforms. The coach said to him, give it to them. He said to the coach, what'd you say? He said, I said, give it to them. Well, that was the start of integration in Raleigh County in West Virginia in 1956. My first week of school, you wouldn't believe how bad they talked to me and what they said to me and what they called me and everything else. First game on a Friday night, we have a pep rally in the gym. Every Friday night there's a pep rally because you got a football game. So the coach announces the starting team. Now, he's never said anything to me about starting. I'm a freshman. I'm a 9th grader. It ain't likely that I'd be starting. So he said, right in, Wayne Casey. You could hear a pin drop. White folks got up and started to walk out the auditorium. So around 1 o'clock, people were buzzing about Wayne Casey starting on the football team. About 1 o'clock, I get a call over the loudspeaker, Wayne Casey, can you come to the principal's office? I said to my friend who's in this book, Doug, I said, Doug, we've only been in school 3 days. What could I have done? And that got me going to the principal's office. My mom was going to kill me. So I go up to the principal's office. This white-haired man says, Wayne, you are the Jackie Robinson of West Virginia football. What? Jackie Robinson was Jackie Robinson was 20-something years old when he started playing pro ball. I was 14. He said, I got a call from the school you're going to play against tonight. They don't want you there. State police will be there. The county police will be there. The sheriff will be there. And he said, I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to react. I just want you to play. Can you do that? I was numb. I don't know what he was saying to me. I was simply numb. He said, I want you to go home, and I called your mother. I want you to go home and talk to your mother. He called my mother Mary. I want you to go home and talk to Mary. He didn't say Miss Casey. So I went home and I said, Mom, what's up? What's the problem? So she says to me, you can't go. No, you can't go. I didn't anticipate this. I wasn't prepared for this, and you might not get home alive. I said, Mom, 2 weeks ago I tried to quit. You wouldn't let me quit. Now you won't let me go. She said, I didn't anticipate this, Wayne. I'm sorry. Then we talked. My mom was my best friend. We talked. She said, okay, this is against my better judgment to do this. So the game is 7:30 that night. 3 black kids and 30-some white kids on the school bus. Me and my 2 black friends. We go to a town called Coal City, West Virginia. That told you something right away. They had never seen any black folks in Coal City, West Virginia. So the bus pulls up, and there's about 300 white folks yelling, nigger, 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 go back to Africa, you monkey, you ape, you coon, you... Oh, God. I started to get off the bus. I got in the doorway, and I froze. I couldn't step off the bus. 2 white policemen, 2 white state policemen, one guy on the left, one guy on the right, and they said, let's go, son. We'll take you to the locker room. My knees were wobbly. I was shaking. I was scared to death. We're in the locker room getting dressed. I'm in a corner by myself because no white person wanted to be near me, and that's how it was. So my coach comes in. He says, "Casey, can I talk to you? Can you come outside and can I talk to you?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You sure you want to play?" He says, "I don't want your mother to think I made you do something you don't want to do." I said, "Coach, I've been practicing for 3 weeks. If they can say anything worse than I've heard from my own teammates, I'd be surprised." He says, "Okay, it's on you." Now, this has never happened in the history of my life. I've never seen it before. Out of the clear blue sky, it started to rain thunder and lightning like you had never seen. I had never seen it before, never seen it since. And I said to myself, God is trying to tell everybody something. We didn't have the game. We didn't play the game. The lightning and the thunder and the rain canceled the game. So we went back the next night, and I went back through the same thing that I went through on Friday. Game starts. We kick off. They kick off to us. We kick off to them. I go there, and I make the first tackle in the football game. And the guy that I tackle says, "Nice going, Coon." Oh, man, I jumped up, ran back to my huddle. There were no friendly faces in my huddle. They wouldn't care what I was being called. The next time I made a tackle, he says, "Nice going, monkey." All night long, but anything but Wayne Casey. They called me everything but Wayne Casey. So that's 4 years of this. It's what the book is about. It's called Breaking In. Wayne Casey, my sons are Jagged Edge. 4 of the greatest entertainers in the music business. Been doing it for 20 years. And I always say to them, I love you dudes, man. I love them cats. And they say, "Dad, we love you back."
And so what you doing now? You branching out?
No, I'm here just chilling. I'm just chilling.
Well, look like you branching out.
No, I'm just chilling.
You ain't branching out?
No, I've done my branching. I sowed my
Well,
seeds.
you not branching out?
I sowed my seeds. I'm done with that.
So are you watching branching out, or are you on branching out?
I'm watching branching out. I'm watching branching out.
So, but you're not branching out.
No, I've done that. My branches are down. My tree don't sprout no more.